Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome to Canada India Foundation's ninth session of our virtual webinar speaker series on Ayurveda. Our expert speaker for today's session is Dr. K.S.R. Prasad. He will enlighten us on detoxification through Panchkarma. Thank you, Dr. Prasad, for joining us. And friends, we also have a very special guest, Honorable Laurie Scott, Minister of Infrastructure, Government of Ontario, with us. A very warm welcome, Minister. Friends, amid the ongoing pandemic, the landmark vaccination process has just started across the globe, and we are optimistic that the process will put brakes to the pandemic and give our normal life routine very soon. And the sole purpose of Ayurvedic speaker series is to spread good health and well-being among all. And this Ayurvedic lecture series is in partnership with Canadian Ayurvedic Practitioners Association, Vedic Spiritual Heritage Foundation, and with the support of Consul General of India, Toronto. Before we begin the session, let me invite Ritesh to introduce our special guest, Minister Laurie Scott. Ritesh, over to you.
Namaste, good morning and welcome all. Our special guest today, Honorable Laurie Scott, is the MPP for Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes, Brock, and Ontario's Minister of Infrastructure. She was born and raised in Kinmount and has been elected to represent the Central Ontario riding of Haliburton, Kawartha Lakes, Brock 5 times since 2003. Her riding is home to some of the most beautiful places in Ontario, just as beautiful as she is as a human being and champion of her community. Laurie has been a tireless advocate for victims of human sex trafficking in Ontario, both inside and outside of the legislature. She has received national awards for her work on combating human trafficking and child advocacy. She's passionate about encouraging women to get actively involved in public life. Wonderful to have you today with us, Laurie. It's all yours.
Can I get this right? There we go. Everybody can hear me. Well, good morning, everyone. And thank you, Ritesh, for inviting me and that very kind introduction. I know that you've been busy being the national convener of the Canada India Foundation. It's happy I could maybe move, and you can see all my lovely snow and my beautiful riding at my back door. That we are all in a different world, as you know, and working from home. And it's just been a pleasure working with Ritesh and listening and knowing and finding out more about your wonderful culture. And we've, this enormous shift in the last 10 months in the way we live, everyone around the world in our daily lives. We've all been impacted by COVID-19. And this is given unprecedented rise to global cooperation and collaboration, which we're doing here today. We're all working together on the vaccine, as was said. So our, once we can get rolling more and more vaccines out, hopefully we can get back to our normal lives and better health outcomes for one another. But, when you mentioned the vaccines, and thank goodness they didn't put it in my bio. I actually nursed for 20 years before I got into politics. So I'm very close with the healthcare field. And, in addition to the modern system of medicine, daily life and positive health outcomes are being improved with the use of the more traditional systems of medicines that have been practiced for thousands of years. So Ayurveda is one such system of medicine. And this ancient system, I'm finding out, has been practiced in India and other regions. It integrates yoga, food, natural-based medicines for living a healthy and balanced life, and has begun to catch the attention of more people in the modern world. So for some, it is providing an opportunity to explore ways to help deal with challenges resulting from the pandemic and its impact on their daily lives. So with the emphasis on prevention, I'm going to learn more. Apparently, according to Ritesh, I'm going to get some classes and to learn more, but it advocates for a whole new lifestyle in order to attain maximum health. So the speaker series that you are participating in today is a terrific initiative to encourage more people in Canada to learn about and discover this system of medicine and its benefits, and forming the basis of all medical sciences. I think this is just a wonderful presentation you're having this morning, and you've got an expert guest speaker, Dr. KSR Prasad, on speaking specifically on detoxification, which I feel like we all need these days. But it's just a very much of an honor for me to be invited by Ritesh Malik and to bring greetings this morning from snowy Central Ontario to all of you, and wish you a wonderful session. So thank you very much for your time and for the invitation. And I wish you all the best as you go forward on today.
Thank you so very much, Minister, for taking time out to join this morning. And let's begin the session. And let me invite our special speaker of this morning. Dr. KSR Prasad is a professor and head Panchkarma LN Ayurveda College and Hospital, LNCT University, Madhya Pradesh. Dr. Prasad has been awarded with Ayurmitra Nari Bhishak Award. He authored books on introduction to evidence-based Panchkarma, best practices in Panchkarma, and practical SOP Panchkarma. He's also the founder of Techno Ayurveda. He's the advisor of Association of Ayurvedic Professional of North America, US, Maharishi Kashyap Ayurvedic Research Foundation, Kerala, and Canadian College of Ayurveda and Yoga, Canada. Thank you, Dr. Prasad, and we look forward to your presentation. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm very much thankful to the Canada-India Foundation and the Consulate General of India and the Canadian Ayurveda Practitioner Association and Vedic Spiritual Heritage Foundation, Honorable Laurie Scott and Dr. Harish, Ritesh ji and Satish ji, and many more who are involved in this very auspicious lecturing series. I was really happy to see all the people on one dais. As to start my lecture, I request Harish ji to upload my PPT. Panchakarma is one of the most important word in Ayurveda. And nowadays, the entire world is looking forward towards this Panchakarma procedures. As on, we see the Ayurveda, many times what we feel this Ayurveda, the Ayurveda is Ashtanga Ayurveda. There are 8 branches of the Ayurveda, and out of these 8 branches of the Ayurveda, what we are looking are in general the Kaya Chikitsa and the Panchakarma, most important globally. Because of only one reason, these 2 branches are going to deal very conveniently, commonly, with only herbal originations. These herbal originations, which we are going to see, we are going to use in a different forms also. Thereby, the Ayurveda and Ayurveda Panchakarma becomes a fascinating, and it is going to be making global attention drawn. And I have to say next, I believe so, because the next slide to make it out. Okay, thank you. Now, today we are here to speak the detoxification through Panchakarma. As what is this detoxification and what is this panchakarma, first of all? In Ayurveda, as it is being stated as Ashtanga Ayurveda, the panchakarma was not a specific or separate branch as such. Initially, it was only 8 branches. Now, the Ayurveda has been expanded to many and much more. What is this Ayurveda, first of all? Ayurveda is a life science, and this life science is linked with the people, those who are performing their purusharthas, where from it has been generated. It is not from the earth, it is a very divine, and it was brought from the Indra. From the Indra, it has been given for the so many. Another different branch of the Ayurveda Rasha Shastra were said to be given from the Shiva Lord Shiva. Now this Ayurveda, as it is a divine, it is embedded with the most important values of the life and also its sustenance. Whatever the nature is there, this nature is going to be making itself as developed from the Panchamahabhuta, and all the organisms are also developed from the Panchamahabhuta, the 5 basic elements: Akasha, Vayu, Agni, and the other. Sir, please make the slide before only. Don't make extra till I say next.
Okay.
Let
So
it be on the
which
22nd slide or the first slide.
is it okay?
No, just it is still previous one. Right, sir. The next slide, please.
So this
Next.
is first,
Next.
second, third, fourth.
Next. No, third slide.
Okay.
In the bottom, you find the 22. There are total 22 slides.
22. Yeah.
Okay. So, who brought it? We recollect the name of the Punarvasu Atreya and Bharadwaja. Then, it has been long ago, so long ago. And why it is being brought? At the time, the human beings were getting lots of the problems, and these problems were said to be resolved through the medication. Thereby, the Ayurveda has been brought out. This Ayurveda, how it is going to make the people healthy? It is having 2 basic principles based on the nutrition. One is the Santarpana, second is the Apatarpana. That means all the disorders are said to be derived from either of the overnutrition or the undernutrition. Of course, we are having the other way, the environmental, occupational disorders and others, etc. Next slide, please. The tradition to meet the technology is the Techno Ayurveda motto. As you have seen, the herbs are going to influence the genes, and the genes are to be understood with reference to that of the modern day technology. But very unfortunately, whenever we see or recollect this Ayurveda, we are going to see as such the only rishis of the ancient sages or otherwise the street vendors are going to be referred with the Ayurveda. But Ayurveda is ready to, and it has been given the principles of the healthy, happy living, scientifically evaluated, and it is being stated as a life science in which each and every herb with its alkaloids and alkaloid chains of the pharmacology, pharmacognosy, pharmacotherapeutic, pharmacokinetics has been brought under the purview of scientific attitudes of the Ayurveda. Next slide, please. Now, when we are looking this food, as the diet as one of the most important factor. The diet is going to be making it out, and the body functionings of the body and mind functionings are going to be under the control of the food, whatever we take. That is the reason in the Bhagavad Gita, the Sattvika, Rajasika, Tamasika foods has been mentioned, and these foods are going to make the ahankara of the individual. When we see this Ayurveda, it deals with the herbs, minerals, and many more naturally available materials and resources to normalize the body and also the mind together. The body, whenever we say as Pancha Bhautika, 5 basic elements are there, but strongly when we see the 7 tissue materials or dhatus, where they are going to be get influenced by the 3 doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. All are derived from the Pancha Mahabhutas once again. When we see this dosha and dhatu equilibrium is said as the health. Samadosha samagnischa samadhatu malakriya prasanna atmendriya manaha swastha itya vidiyate. Even the WHO statement of the health is still incomplete, where the Ayurveda has somatic health, psychological health, spiritual health, and also occupational health, and even the social health has been incorporated in the definition of the health. When the disease is going to be there, it is a very common becoming nowadays a physical impactiveness or the disease in the body, and also the disease of the mind and the psychological trauma. Today, I am dealing the toxic material which is being depositing in the body, which is going to be called as ama in the Ayurveda. And this ama is a precipitation of the toxic materials in the body. We have to regularly rinse and cleanse this toxic material from the body. Of course, there are 3 malas, either the urine or the stools or the fecal materials, and even the sweat are going to eliminate many toxic materials which are developed in the process of the digestion and the metabolism. This toxic state of the body is to be regularly detoxified. Otherwise, these toxic depositions are going to cause different diseases which are going to be made out. Now the question is, next slide, how we are going to make this cleanliness. This cleanliness is going to be made out in a different formats. A human being is always a social animal otherwise. This social performance with collectively when he is doing, he is going to follow 3 Ashana, Dhaneshana, Praneshana, and Paralokeshana, and 4 Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Out of this 3 Ashana, the Artha is the money, and the Prana is going to be made from the rest of the things. And ultimately, Paralokeshana is referred to that of the Moksha, where all the things are going to be incorporated and embedded within. This dharma, how the dharma is going to be made is, these are the customs and traditions which we are following accordingly, according to the desha and kala, according to the society also. And artha is achieving the monetary benefits, and the kama is desired to fulfill, and moksha, eternity through detachments. When we are following these things, there is a possibility of fulfilling all these do require a arogya or the health. Dharma artha kama mokshanam arogyam moolam uttamam. The health is the most top priority to achieve all these Triyeshana or the Chaturvidha Purusharthas. Thereby, the sustenance of the health is based upon the detoxification, and most important detoxification which we are commonly following in day-to-day life without of understanding it also. Say, whenever we are having a day-to-day activity of the accumulation of this physical depositions on the body, we are going to take a bath. Thereby, all the physical depositions are also cleansed off. Psychological depositions are going to be taken out from the meditation. When we are cleansing these psychological depositions or psychological traumas through the meditation and physical depositions through the bath and other things, is it is sufficient to make the cleanse or the cleanliness of the body maintenance and the mind maintenance? No, not at all. Next slide, please. For that, the Ayurveda has designed and specifically stated a panchakarma, which is going to make a body-mind detoxification. This panchakarma basically are going to be of the 5 karmas, where these 5 karma detoxification processes are going to be making the both body and mind from the various natural techniques and materials which are being used in the panchakarma. The basic panchakarmas are said to be the vamana, emesis, the vomiting and induction of the vomiting, virechana, the purgation, induction of the loose motions, and the basti is the animata. The 2 varieties of the materials are being used here. One is the decoctions and the second is the oils or the unctuous substances. And the nasya is insufflation. The most important root is the nose, where the mucosa is being absorbing and nerve roots are at the surface level. Thereby, the insufflation is the one of the most important thing. Even the present COVID scenario is bringing out insufflation therapy for the COVID to regulate. And the last one is the Rakta Moshana, where the blood letting is going to be made. But, next slide, please. Whether this Panchakarma is for the healthy or diseased is a question. Panchakarma is for the both healthy and diseased. We need not worry, because the healthy practice of the Panchakarma for the regular detoxification of the body is required, and mind also. When we are going to have this body and balanced, at the time the prophylactic shield is going to be developed, and thereby the boosting of the immunity and a disease-free state is going to be maintained for the individuals. Of course, whenever the disease is being treated with the Panchakarma, the disease is going to be get detoxified, and thereafter the disease is going to be very easily treatable, and thereby the balance of the Vata Pitta Kapha is going to be made, and tissues and doshas are going to be brought into the normal state. Thereby a proper regular health is going to be get maintained by making a disease-free and detoxification both together with the Panchakarma for a diseased person. There is a third aspect also. Much of the people, when they are having or possessing a sound health, they expect the Rasayana effect for long living, and rejuvenation is going to be expected in the body. And a second aspect is the Vachikarana, is the aphrodisiac aspect to enjoy the kama or the desire of an individual. These two are the specialized managements in which the Ayurveda is going to make the preparation of the individual person through the Panchakarma by making entire. It takes total 180 days to perform this preparation for the Rasayana and Vajikarana. Next slide, please. Now, what is this preparation of the Panchakarma? Preparation of the Panchakarma is, apart from that of the Panchakarmas, what we have discussed. Here, the major things are the 2 things. One is the Snehana and second is the Swedana. The Snehana means unction. Swedana means sudation. When we are looking this detoxification procedure, the toxic materials are spread all over the body. When they are spread all over the body, these are to be brought to a particular place to eliminate. When they are to be brought up, we are looking the preparatory steps for the Snehana has to be maintained. The first preparatory step is the Snehana, and where the internally the fats and oils or the snehas are going to be given, and externally we are going to apply the oils or ghee as an abhyanga for the whole body. And external oils are milk or buttermilk are to be used to make the mind to regulate along with the decoctions as a Shirodhara. Now, the second modality of the Svedana karma or the sudation. When we are looking this sudation or the Svedana, it is sweat producing technique by either the heat or the not heating also. Like when there is a blanket is covered, it does not have any heat, but it generates the body heat and thereby the heating is going to be get produced. This procedure of the Svedana moves this liquefied doshas by the snehana or the unctuous substances and brings to that of the koshta or the central lumen or the gastrointestinal tract. When it is going to bring this entire toxic materials to the GIT, it will be eliminated either through upwards through the Vamana or the downwards through the Virechana, that is the either the emesis or the purgation. Now these central channels which are distributed with that of these different toxic materials are to be liquefied by the unction substance and brought out by the sudation therapy. Then, as we are focusing today with only two things, one is the Abhyanga and second is the Shirodhara. Abhyanga is meant for that of the body cleansing and detoxification, and Shirodhara is mind or the psyche cleansing and detoxification. The psychological trauma people are subjected for the Shirodhara, and the body or physical detoxification is achieved through that of the Abhyanga or the specialized procedure of the massage. This Abhyanga or the massage systems in Ayurveda is a very specifically external application of the medicated oils or the sneha or unction on the body in different combination permutations of the medicines included. On the body surface, it is going to be systematic, with a systematic pressure, it is going to be applied and stretching is done and to relieve the body from that of the stiffness and also pain for deceased and to get rid of the diseases and for the healthy to improve the health conditions. Now, these are going to be according to the body. When it is done for the head, it is called as Shirobhyanga, head massage. It is having a different strokes. Mukhabhyanga, face massage, having different strokes and medicines. Padabhyanga, foot massage, same way, different medications. In-step massage is a very common thing. Whenever there is an insomnia, take the ghee and apply over the sole and massage for 5 minutes. You just see how beautifully you can get a sleep. And Prishtabhyanga is the back massage. Commonly nowadays, what we are looking is most of the people are with deficiency of the calcium and having the spinal problems much and more. These spinal problems need attention and they are going to be made with the Prishta Abhyanga or the back massage with the specific oils. One of the best oil I suggest for this spinal problems is the Murivenna. And if suppose we are doing this Mukhabhyanga, Shirobhyanga, Padabhyanga and Prishtabhyanga with the only hands, if suppose a strong muscular body person is there where we are unable to give a proper requisite pressure with the hands, then there is a Padhagata is a one more method where we are doing the with foot, our foot, the massage for the client. And thereby this Padhagata is becoming a very specialized process where the person has to balance a lot and lot. Next slide, please. There are different Abhyanga methodologies. There are this, out of this Abhyanga methodologies, from the lowest pressure to that of the highest pressure, or the upward to downward, downward to upward, we are using a different methods of the Abhyanga postures and also methodologies. Commonly, we are doing 7 posture Abhyanga or the massage in Ayurveda. Otherwise, each and every posture is going to take 5 minutes. As per the Dalhana commentary, it is said to reach the Sukra Dhatu, 7th tissue material in the body, it takes 5050 kalas. That means approximately it is going to be of the 5 minutes. That means to reach an individual tissue material, we are having a timing also to make this Abhyanga. This Alepa is only an application over the body surface without any pressure. Abhyanga with suitable pressures. Udvartana is a reverse application. Udgharshana is most rough, and Prukshana Vidhi is going. With this, usually we are going to do this Udgharshana pressure, deep pressure massage for the people of the obesity. And Utsadhana is rubbing different way with the different materials like powders and also the oils. This is unctuous paste especially being used. And Mardana is swinging, and application of the more pressure rhythmatically is going to be there with. And Unmardana, holding and pinching is the methodology. When we see these indications, next slide please. These indications are going to be of the different way. First and foremost, the Abhyanga is one of the most important thing to do for the healthy people. Abhyangam acharet nityam sajara vyadhinasanam. If any person is going to do the Abhyanga regularly daily, he is never going to get old age, and he is not going to susceptible for any disease is being stated. And it is going to take off the fatigue, and it is a prophylactic measure for many of the diseases also, especially neurological disease and also skin diseases do require this Abhyanga or the massage, Ayurvedic massage system. Especially the sleep disorder people, they are very much specific. That means it is having a psychosomatic relationship also here. Ye Vata Vyadhi persons or the neuromuscular, neuro osteo, or the different way of the disorders. There are 80 diseases which are said in Ayurveda for the Vata Vyadhis. All these Vata Vyadhis are being taken with or treated with that of the mere Abhyanga only. And the next is the obesity. People do require very specifically the Abhyanga. As we are doing 5 posture system, 25 minutes to 30 minutes, and 7 postures for 35 to 45 minutes. I have written a book, Practical SOP of the Panchakarma, where in this very specifically I have described each and every procedures of the Panchakarma, how they have to be done, how far they have to be, what materials are to be used, and what is the timing, and how many people do require for it, and how it is to be performed. Each and every step-wise I have made out. Couple of pages out of this book are also going to be displayed here as the for the display and explanation also. Next slide, please. Here, I have shown different strokes from the front side and also from the back side. These strokes are going to be given in a different pressure based upon the individual diseases. These diagrams are available from the Practical SOP Panchakarma, authored by me and associated by the Professor Meena Devgade for the Dravya Guna part. Now, these strokes of the Abhyanga, when we are using, we have to be very specifically use these strokes for the linear and also reverse. When we are using these Abhyanga strokes, first and foremost, all these strokes are very specifically designed for or based upon the muscles, especially how the muscle course of the insertion and origin, how the spread is there. Based upon that, these strokes are being made out. Now, there is next slide, please. In this, the Abhyanga video has been shown for the explanation. Sir, if otherwise you can play directly the video. I think.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Visible. Very nice. Here I am showing very specifically the back strokes, and especially the spinal massage. The voice is there already. You can see it.
Make a relaxation, and you can hold the muscle and squeeze also. When you are squeezing this muscle, then the muscle is going to get relaxed. The same way, the oblique muscles which we are going to have a circular fashion. In this circular fashion, which we are going to make the pressure exerted over, and thereby the relaxation of the muscle has to be done. Now there is a question. There will be a deep tissue massage and also there is a superficial massage. In this, we are heading with the superficial muscles is okay. But how to raise the deep tissue? For reaching the deep tissue under the scapula, just raise the shoulder and you can go. See the groove. Here under the groove, we are going to get deep tissue massage where the underscapular muscles are going to be made up. Here we go with right and also from the back. I just demonstrate for the same to the other side. See here, you can just reach under the scapula. As the muscles are going to be strong, we can make out and make, so you can see the red color stay in the pressure exerted out here.
Okay, sir, we can stop. Benefits of the Abhyanga has to be made out. When we are looking the benefits of the Abhyanga very specifically, as you have seen in the demonstration, it is going to relieve the muscle spasm and also the pain. And it improves the body activity and also immune system. It helps to release chronic muscular tension and also pain. It promotes faster healing or injured muscle tissues. It increases the joint flexibility, improve postures, reduce mental physical fatigues, and reduces the stress and stress hormones also. And the manual lymphatic drainage, MLD, is possible because of this pressure techniques which we are going to do and because of this sequence of the techniques. It improves the circulation and also regulates and lowers the BP also. Now, when we are cleansing the body with the Abhyanga, we have to go next for the mind and mental stress. Next slide, please. When this mind and mental stress is going to be understood with, when a person is stressed or having psychological trauma, she may experience many different feelings. The anxiety, fear, anger, sadness, frustration, etc. When we see an individual person usually gets the headache or hair loss or the diseases which are involved with the heart, like palpitation or the asthma, dyspnea, stress, and there will be weight gain, overeating, and also poor gut health also going to be get maintained. It is going to cause lots of the problems of the body, including the diabetes. There is the stress diabetes. Initially, everybody is being victimized because of the stress-based diabetes, and later the doctors are going to make the patient as permanent diabetics. If the stress is relieved with a simple Shirodhara, there will be a big prophylaxis for the diabetes. I suggest for all the diabetic people has to go regularly for the Shirodhara, thereby they can make out very comfortable. There is one clinical trial for the PhD purpose has been made for the Shirodhara. The Shirodhara has reduced thyroidism, hypothyroidism. The hormonal effects, either with that of the growth hormone or the sex hormones, the Shirodhara is one of the best one. Shirodhara is useful in the hair loss. Shirodhara is useful in the hormonal problems like growth hormones or thyroid hormone or sexual hormones, testosterone lack are the people, those who are having the erectile dysfunction also being treated with the Shirodhara only. Of course, along with some of the medicines has been given. The feelings of the stress and the mind, which are going to be relieved, or we are going to get it, can sometimes feed the others also. We are living our stress from the office, we are bringing many a times to home, and home is being made as a stressful. It is not necessary. We can regulate and reduce the stress very comfortably with the Shirodhara. We can produce physical diseases because of the stress, and also we may make more other people to feel, and even sometimes worst situation to be tackled. I have witnessed many of the psychological traumas in the West compared to that of the East, and especially India. The psychological traumas are going to become, or they are going to be coming for an individual because of the very specifically attention deficit syndromes. The people, those who do not have a proper friend people and proper friendliness, and there is no attachment, everything is ruled by the only the society with the money. At that time, lack of money makes one to get more and more stress. Thereby, how to calm the mind and how to detoxify the mind is a very big question. Next slide, please. The stress very specifically is going to act on the body and mind and changes emotions and also behavior. This stress, when it is going to make out lots of the body, mind, emotions and behavioral changes, these changes are to be brought out and made out, regulated with that of the Shirodhara. When we are making the Shirodhara is a mind-soothing technique which is going to balance the body and also mind together. Next slide, please. Now let us see what is this Shirodhara first of all. Dhara means pouring. Dhara is a process of the pouring of the medicinal fluid on the body or a specific part like head. Head means Shiras, Shirodhara, methodically and rhythmically. This Dhara treatment is going to be for the whole body, that is Sarvanga Dhara, which is being said as a Parisheka and Parishechana, Sechana, Seka, Kaya Seka, Pishijal, and with the different names, dialects are there with the different provinces of the India. And Shirodhara exclusively for the head, on the head which we are doing. And when we are doing on the head, people are achieving a beautiful, very comfortable sleep, hormones regularization, and also many other diseases. As just now I said, erectile dysfunction or even the diabetes also. Next slide, please. When we see this Dhara, Shirodhara Chikitsa especially, it is based on the body surface as we have come across. Sarvanga Dhara is a Kaya Seka for all the body. Shirodhara is on the forehead, which we are doing. Janudhara is going to be done on the knee joint. And Vrana Parisheka is done for the ulcers. Especially, we are going to treat this method, with this method, a chronic diabetes ulcers or the varicose ulcers also. The Vrana Parisheka is being made. Now let us be limited with that of the only the Shirodhara, which we are going to do on the forehead. Next slide, please. This, based upon the materials, we are going to do a Tailadhara with oils, and the Kashaya Dhara with decoctions, and a Jaladhara with mere water also. And this water we are going to make the regulated with the temperatures. And the Takradhara, a buttermilk is going to be used, medicated buttermilk for the, especially all the scalp diseases like scalp itching, dandruff, or etc. are going to be treated with the Takradhara, or the psychosomatic diseases like the psoriasis, vitiligo also to be treated with the Takradhara. And the Kshiradhara is used milk, where the milk is going to be cooked with the different medicines, and that milk is going to be used as a Kshiradhara. And the Dhanyamla Dhara is a very specified, and this is going to be used for the Vata disease very specifically. Now, all these different materials, when we are using, we are achieving a different targets of the body, and thereby, and different diseases are being tackled with the materials and the medicines which are included in the base materials of the either the water or the decoction or the oils or all the buttermilk or the milk, etc. Next slide, please. Where to use exactly? We are limiting for once again the Taila Shirodhara and Takra Shirodhara grossly. The Taila Shirodhara is used for all the diseases of the head, Arumshika, Shirastoda, Daha, etc. If there is a burning sensation, Takradhara is required. If there is a headache, Takradhara is required. If there is a scalp itching and infection is there, Takradhara is one of the best one. And Shankaka is a partial headache or the headache which we are going to get one side, that also to be treated with. Otherwise, anxiety, insomnia, neurological disorders, psychological disorders, and psychosomatic disorders are to be treated with this Takradhara. Second, and Tailadhara even. The Takradhara very specifically we are using for the hair loss, gray hair, fatigue, and loss of immunity, indigestion, and heart problems, ear problems, or eye problems, or joint problems. Always, all the time, we are using the Takradhara and Taila. See, Takra and Taila are the two base materials. Oil, that is, which we are going to have a lipid bonded medicaments or the lipid bond alkaloids are going to be used here, whereas in the Takra, lacto bonded alkaloids are going to be get used. This is the most innovative technology which is going to be found in Ayurveda alone. Modern people do use only a water solubility or lipid solubility, alcohol solubility, whereas Ayurveda uses the water solubility, lipid solubility, alcohol solubility, and lactose solubility. A lactose solubility is a greater achievement of the Ayurveda thousands of the years ago. How come this Ayurveda is non-scientific? Many people are going to just say it is unscientific. Lacto bonded alkaloid system is being innovated, invented, used thousands of the years ago in Ayurveda. Most scientific advanced technique it is going to be. Now, very specifically Takradhara used in the KUB disorders, if there is ashpari or the urolithiasis or the mutraghata, if the urination is not proper, scanty micturition, and there is a burning micturition, or then such sort of the urinary disorders are there. There are more 20 varieties of the urinary disorders has been indicated in Ayurveda. All are to be treated with the Takradhara very comfortably. And even the Vojokshaya, very specifically immunity. Nowadays, the entire world is victimized because of the lack of immunity and coronavirus. Such sort of the infectious origins which are going to come across if we are going to be getting ourselves immunopotent and immunized properly, and Vojas of the body is getting increased, then automatically we are going to get the very comfortable situation. Next slide, please. Pass. This is playing, sir?
No.
You can just click on it and it plays. Previous slide.
No.
Click at the center.
No. Is it okay?
Previous slide. Click on the video, sir. Video plays.
Oh, video please. Then Dhara.
These benefits of the Dhara, Shirodhara are said to be, it reduces the fatigue. I am giving a gross level, not in a specific. The second is Vata is very specifically pacified. Why the Vata is being targeted? Pitta pangu, kapha pangu, panguvo, maladhatavaha, vayuna yatra niyante, tatra gachanti begavat. What the Ayurveda says is, the Vata is so strong, the Pitta is going to be moved off. Kapha is also going to be moved off. Now you see the Shirodhara, how the people are making it out. There is no need of voice, sir, just to you let the plate.
Okay.
You see the positioning of the, how it is going to be. It is a pot of the, where a thread or a positioning is going to be made out. Inside it is a shell, which is coconut shell, which we are going to make it out. This makes the rhythm and rate of the flow, thereby the flow rate is being regulated and it is being oscillated. This is a very traditional methodology where this the Sirodhara is going to be made. In this, from the beginning till to that of the end, the temperature is being maintained through the regulation and it is being oscillated. Common observation is, while doing it, a soothing, melodious music is being played, and most of the people are going to sleep. Commonly, we are going to do for 30 to 45 minutes this Sirodhara with the oil or even the takra or the kshira or any of the material according to the disease and condition of the patient. This Sirodhara, when we are doing it, most comfortably it is advised after completion of the Shirodhara, you can have the Shirobhyanga and the Talama also. There is a sequenciation of the procedures which we are going to commonly follow it. Thank you, sir. Next slide, please.
Okay.
Out of these benefits, what we are speaking, it reduces the fatigue, pacifies the vata. We were speaking about the vata is going to make the control of the pitta and kapha, both the things. Thereby, the vata is to be very properly regulated. It is going to develop the tissues, dhatu vruddhikaram param. When there is emaciation, say a pseudomuscular atrophy like, we are going to make the sarvanga dhara with that of the mamsa rasas also. And the Sirodhara and Takradhara, when we are making it out, Takradhara not only for the head, it can be done for the body also. And it reduces the pain and Shulaharam, and it heals the fractures. See, this is the speciality. For the healing the fractures, they need the calcium and they are going to make immobilization only. But Ayurveda treats the fracture with the different modalities. The first one is dhara. There will be a oil is being poured on the particular surface where the fracture is there after the placing the bone into a proper place. The second is the enema vasti is going to be given to make the reunion faster and sooner. There is one simple tablet called as Lakshadi Gugulu, which is going to make the union of the bones within a matter of the 3 weeks. But whereas the modern mechanism requires 3 months. So these are the benefits which we can follow and these things which we have to make it out. Next slide, please. Let me come for the conclusion. This Ayurveda Panchakarma is a very wide and specialized process of the detoxification. Each and every level and step, more than 45 varieties of the procedures in Panchakarma are there to make a detoxification in a different levels. What we have discussed here, the Abhyanga and Shirodhara are the two specific modalities, one for the body and one for the mind. If at all we have to learn this Panchakarma, we have to learn a long course. Full-length detoxification like Vamana, Virechana, Basti Karma, they are to be done under the specialization and under the supervision of the Ayurveda physician. We can undertake the external periodic detoxification or the Abhyanga with certified therapist or the body for the body detoxification. And the same way, the mind or psych detoxification can be achieved through the Shirodhara from the certified therapists who are available in different provinces. So I'm very much thankful once again for the organizers. With little interruptions, we could make it out. And thank you very much. And you can go for the next slide also, sir. Let me show my books, which I have written already. The cover pages are going to be expressive and people are going to enjoy it.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Prasad, for such an insightful presentation. It was so fascinating to listen to your presentation. And Dr. Verma, over to you. We are running a bit out of time, but some of the questions, if you would like to ask.
Yeah, first of all, Dr. Prasadji, it was a wonderful lecture, and even I learned a lot. There are few things which I came to know today, that Shirodhara is very effective even for fractures and ED patients. It's very interesting, and we will invite you, sir, for a complete lecture on indications of Shirodhara. But kindly share your experience in 1 minute, how the Shirodhara is effective in diabetes, and also give some introduction of your books which are available on the screen.
Sir, especially the diabetes, as I very basically said, initially it starts always a stress point of. When there is a overstressing is there, it first affects the Rasadhatu. And the Rasadhatu, when there is impairment, the glucose percentage in the blood is going to be get increased.
Okay.
That's why we have already found out, we are giving the different medications for the oral medications which are not comfortable enough. But whereas the Shirodhara, along with the medication, has made brought the diabetic people into the normalcy within a time. And later in due course, when we have withdrawn the medicines also, the diabetic people are maintaining the normal glycemic levels. This has been observed. I always say, sir, I follow the evidence-based medicine. The evidence-based medicine, when I am following, I just try to say only one thing. That is the reason why I have written my first book as the evidence-based medicine to the Panchakarma.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we are looking what I said, don't believe. You practice it and you make it out. And we have brought another book, Best Practices in Panchakarma, in which there are 25 chapters available with 25 specific diseases and 25 specific Panchakarma procedures has been highlighted. And third book, Practical SOP of Panchakarma, which is my latest book, recent book of the last year, which were already sold out.
Fantastic.
Reprint is awaited.
Yes,
Sir?
it's fantastic book.
Reprint is awaited, sir. And it is explaining all the procedures along with the making a regular activity, and also we can find out and we can analyze the how better we have treated the patient also. The pulse diagnosis, I give a Tantu Techno Ayurveda specialized Nadi course. Out of that one chapter, this is along with the Sanjay charges we were making previously. And the recent book is the Art of Panchakarma, the first volume, where the only Snehana and Svedana are being highlighted. Volume 2 and 3 and other things are giving the rest of the things. It is going to be get printed. COVID, the situation is getting completed. I'm really thankful to all of you for the encouragement. And whatever I feel this today, a little technical problem is there, but I'm very much thankful to you and happy to be here with you. If at all any questions are there, we can make it out.
Thank you, sir. It was a fantastic lecture, and we will invite you for the Shirodhara lecture again. Let me tell you one thing. We are trying hard to get Shirodhara regulated in Canada, and
Right, sir.
we are also trying to start some course, certificate course in some university. Negotiations are going on, and very
Sir.
soon we will announce. Once it is finalized, we will announce. And because I feel as acupuncture is very popular in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, so Shirodhara is the technique which can be highlighted all over the world, just parallel to acupuncture in TCM. So we are trying our best to introduce Shirodhara, but due to COVID, the plan is little delayed. But very soon we will announce once it is finalized by the university. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You can close this PPT, sir.
Yes, yes. Over to Sriji.
Thank you, Dr. Verma. And now let me invite Ritesh for the final concluding remarks and information for our next speaker series. Ritesh, over to you.
Thank you so very much, Professor KSR Prasad ji, for sharing your wisdom and knowledge with audience today on the importance of total detoxification. We all normally clean our body with bathing and mind with meditation, but the total detoxification is not possible with them. It is a great realization, thanks to you, how Ayurveda Panchkarma is a programmed detoxification mechanism that removes toxins deposited inside the body. I would also like to thank Honorable Laurie Scott, Minister of Infrastructure, Ontario, for sparing time to join us today. A special thanks to all the audience for joining us virtually in Canada and in India. Please do share your suggestions to make this series more beneficial for all of us. A special thanks to Dr. Harish Verma and everyone at Canadian Ayurvedic Practitioners Association, Vedic Spiritual Heritage Foundation, Consulate General of India, and all the media partners for our webinar speaker series, especially Pravasi Media and Channel Y for covering this program live. Friends, also please stay in tune for our next Ayurvedic speaker series webinar on Ayurvedic management of COVID-19 and various types of fever on Sunday, 31st January, same time. Our expert speaker for this session would be Vaidya Somendra Mishra. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you, good day, and namaste.